Hey everybody. It is 3:52 in the morning. It has been a quiet day because I have been observing. Six of Cups in the world. This is the energy of a breakthrough, a new beginning. Cycle completion, yes, but there's so much more to it than that. This is divine guidance. Following spirit, no matter what that looks like for you right now. And sometimes following spirit means going on your own and not being afraid of doing something by yourself, something that would have been cripplingly fearful for you a year ago. It's not your world anymore. There's something about, with a light on, shining a light. Okay, so kind of like last year when I got fired. I didn't know it at the time, but the point was to make my mark on that environment and then move on. And it was by freeing up that space, that time, that I was able to make ripples in other areas of my life, in other spaces in my life. When something falls away from you, when you are removed from a situation, you may not always understand why, but you can follow your intuition. This is two major cards of intuition here. Page of Cups and the Moon. And the Moon is secrets, not knowing. Walking a tightrope blindfolded. That's been an adage on this entire journey. You know where you're going. You are headed towards your manifestations. You are unlocking your power. You are rippling throughout the world and creating change as you go. Touching people as they touch you. But you don't always see what's right in front of you. You don't always know the next step. And that's the bit of, we've got a bit of hangman energy right now. Like trying to observe, change your perspective, see the reasons, see the patterns in the new environment, find your stability, and then tackle the next thing. New levels, new devils. But I'm getting, I should be careful what I say here because I haven't found a perfect solution for recording mediums yet. Like I have some programs that I can record on and some programs I can edit with, but I haven't found something like TikTok where I can just do everything that I need to do all in one spot. And apparently the only way to get Red Note videos longer than a minute is to record them somewhere else and then upload them onto Red Note. Like, you can upload a 10-minute video just fine. But you can't record a 10-minute video, if that makes sense. But we are being called by Spirit to address division right now. If you think about it, we're going to think about wings of a bird here, in no particular context. Up till now, the last 4 years, the left has been suppressing our voices. And then there's a transition, a power grab, and then it's the right suppressing our voices. And that's happening with both sides because they're two wings of the same bird. The only thing that they can agree on, the only thing that they've ever been able to agree on in our entire lifetime is that we shouldn't be able to say what we feel and do what we're trying to do. And I can't even use words that I want to use right now because who knows what they'll do. Free speech is at risk on a broad scale. We have to stand our ground here. And the solutions to our problems aren't entirely obvious. But we need to plan. We need foresight here. We need people networking. And that's what I've been doing today. I have been finding and following like-minded individuals. And I'm just going to start talking to people. Because spirits guided me. Like, the reason for doing this reading was the Ace of Wands. Right? Or not the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Wands. Communication, action. But it's not just about that. 20% battery, as I say that. 208. There's so many moving parts right now. There's so many factors involved. And what they want is to polarize us. They want us divided. They want the left and the right to be so mad at each other that they're not looking at the real issue. Do not get distracted. Our mission here is paramount. You already know the players. You already know the rules, that there are no rules. Follow your intuition. Because your psychic gifts and your ability to keep an open heart here are going to make all the difference. We cannot have this conflict be about brother versus brother. This is ants versus grasshoppers. Don't lose sight of that, no matter how many political stunts they pull. Because let's be real, this entire situation regarding a certain hand gesture may have been a political stunt in order to get us talking about that and not what we're supposed to be talking about. You know, they threw so much at us on that very first day in order to have the talking points be a few crazy things. Well, you can't possibly discuss it all. And there was also a major distraction in the form of the hand gesture. And now the left is in tears and ready to revolt. And the right was already there because of the last 4 years. But the problem is, they're trying to get those two things to focus in on each other as the problem. When in reality, they're both spitting mad at two different sides of the same goddamn bird. They're just hoping that you don't see that it's one bird. We need to stay positive and stay in our power right now. That's the most important thing. 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. Those are all the same cards that just came out here. We need to navigate this conflict and work towards this 10 of Pentacles energy, this change for future generations, by remaining open-hearted and generous with each other, staying one unified family. You know, on Red Note, people aren't fighting like that. They aren't talking shit about the people that are going back to TikTok. They aren't talking shit about the people that talked about us while we were gone. They aren't ignoring any minorities. They aren't treating anybody badly at all. It is the same loving, welcome, unified space that it was originally, that we had on TikTok up until the ban. So, the fact that things immediately after the ban started dividing on TikTok and they started pitting people against each other and trying to create conflicts and distractions just goes to show you we need to focus in on our mission more than ever. We've got this. This is our world. They're just living in it. And this future is assured. This 10 of Pentacles, this future generations, this victory is assured. 4 of Wands lies right behind this Chariot. It is brought on by strength.